What's going on, people, and welcome back to another match preview and my starting 11 for tomorrow night's game. Tottenham versus Manchester United, 5:30 kickoff. Going to Tottenham, I feel like they were okay in their opening game against Brentford, but I think we could expose them and exploit them in the defensive side of the pitch of their side. But I do think they played better in their opening game than we did. But I'm going to keep the faith. I'm going to go with what I predicted earlier, and that was 2-0 to Manchester United. I'm not as confident as I was when I made that prediction, because when I made the prediction, it was before we played Wolves. But I'm sticking to my guns. I'm hoping we get a clean sheet and we can start our season properly, because even though we got 3 points in the opening game against Wolves, they definitely deserved a draw, at least, at minimum. So I feel like we got away with it. And against Tottenham, I think that they could probably punish us where Wolves didn't. I think Kulusevski's going to be a key player in that game for Tottenham, and James Maddison. So I think we'll keep Son pretty quiet, to be honest, but I think Kulusevski could be a major thorn in our side if we're not careful. And Maddison, obviously, we know what he can do on his day. Obviously, we're lacking for options at the moment with players. I'm not sure when Højlund's going to be available, so I'm basing that in my lineup as well. So my lineup is Onana in goal. I've gone with Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back. For me, he was my man of the match against Wolves. Varane and Lindelof as the centre-backs, because I was not impressed at all with Martinez for one of the first times. I thought he got really exposed, and I feel like he deserves to be dropped. I know it's only one game, but you've got to have this competition in your team, and I think when Lindelof come on, he was better than Martinez. So I would go with Varane and Lindelof as the centre-backs. Left-back, similar again to the Martinez thing. Luke Shaw, again, in that game for me was poor. So I'd drop him, and I'd put Dalot in at left-back. So Lindelof and Dalot come in at the back. Casemiro is the holder. I don't think he was great in the first game at all, but we don't have any options. We should have kept Fred, because I think he could do it. But unless you're going to put McTominay there, which I don't think he can play that role either, we've got no options. So Casemiro is the best option, but he did not have a good game against Wolves, so that worries me. I'd go with Mount just in front of Casemiro. I feel like he had an average game against Wolves, but he's getting a lot of hate, like he is the worst player on the pitch, and he was by far not the worst. So I'd go with Mount, and then in front of Mount, I'd go with Bruno. Again, Bruno was a ghost in the first game, and from your captain, you're wanting more, so I'm expecting more from Bruno in this one. And then the front three up top, I've gone with Sancho on the right, because I don't think Antony is the one for me. I know a lot of people like him, but I'm not a fan. So Sancho on the right. At number 9, I've gone with Marcus Rashford. Until Højlund's available, like, no one can play that striker role. I don't think Rashford can really, but we have no options. So until Højlund's back, Rashford is the number 9. And then on the left, I go with Garnacho. I think he should be in the team for every game at the moment, how he's performing. I think he tried a little bit too hard against Wolves, but he'll learn that. He's still very young. And I still don't think he was by far the worst player on the pitch in that Wolves game. So even with mistakes and trying a lot and probably trying to do too much, he's still nowhere near the worst player on the pitch. So Sancho on the right, Rashford at 9, Garnacho on the left. Prediction, as I said, I'm going with 2-0, but I could see if it's a draw possibly. I don't think Tottenham will win, but I could see them getting a point if they play well enough. We definitely need to up our game from that Wolves game. They can get a draw easily. I just hope that they don't beat us. And I'm hoping and having faith that we can get a clean sheet and win. So 2-0 Manchester United. Let's believe. Let me know yours in the comments, guys, and I'll catch you soon.